Welcome back. I'm Marco D'Angelo. I'm joined with Johnny Detroit today. We're going to talk about a horse story. This is a true story, guys. I couldn't make a story up like the story we're going to tell you. Johnny?
It definitely gives you your, with this whole gamification and Facebook and badges and awards, this definitely would give you your junkie gambler badge right now.
Set the story real quick. It was 3 years ago, day before my birthday, ironically, and there's a key part to that component why. I'm at the pregame offices, and that day, my left side went numb.
Right, and it was after your usual day of exercise and eating salads and,
yeah,
usually your daily healthy regimen, so.
Yeah, so, and it's happened before, but it's like, your numb would just fall, arm would fall asleep, but I'm going on 45 minutes and things aren't working, and I can feel my, I feel my heart racing, and so I'm like panicking. So RJ was on IM, I IM him, and I say, I got a problem.
I think I'm dying.
I said, I think I'm about to have a heart attack. I told him, Julie was in the office.
So did he message back and say, make sure you get the daily videos up first before you cash out?
Everything was done, fortunately. So I called my fiance at the time, and I told her what was going on, and she was going to come to the office and get me. I said, no. I said, I can drive myself. I said, because it was in the middle of where we're going. I said, I'll meet you at the hospital. Julie offered to take me, and I said, I'll be okay. Went to the hospital. My blood pressure was off the charts.
I'm just smiling because I remember this day, but go ahead.
Okay. So I'm in the ER like for hours. They're running all kinds of tests. I got wires on me all over the place. They don't know what's wrong. I'm literally thinking, this is it. I'm cashing
Cash it out.
I'm cashing out. And as I said, it was the day before my birthday. And a lot of you know last year I got married. I've been married just a little over a year. And
what's his name again?
when you go back to my house tonight and I tell Lori that joke, good luck with your breakfast tomorrow. My plan was for my birthday, I was going to propose to my fiance, to get married. I had the ring, everything ready to go. And I'm sitting in the ER thinking, this is it. Sayonara. It's been a great run, dude. We've had fun, but you're going out, And I'm getting more worried when they can't figure out what's wrong and they can't get my blood pressure down. So I finally, I got to spill the beans. I want to tell her, because if I cash out, I want her to at least, know what was going on and where the ring was, and at least you can cash out in or something, have a, parting gift, I guess. So I told her to go out in the car. I had it hid in the car, and I told her there's a bag in the car. Don't open it. Bring it in. So I proposed in the emergency room. Was that part of the story, and
but then then you had a real emergency. I mean, you almost died. You couldn't propose. But then the real important thing is you had a horse racing that day, and they didn't have an internet connection.
The next day. Well, actually they did have an internet, but I didn't have my laptop yet. I called you and said, I'm in the hospital. I'm not going to be able to bet this horse.
I remember, I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I was like, dude, you just had a potential heart attack. You're like hooked up to all these wires, and you're calling me to place a bet for you.
The situation was, I had this horse that wasn't racing well. We didn't know what was wrong. We found out what was wrong. It was a health issue. We got it fixed. She trained monster that week. She had the 8 holes, so she was going to go off big odds.
I think it was like 9-1. You wanted like a nickel, I think, for her to win.
We wanted 500 to win, and I told you to get the bet in. My wife brought my laptop to the hospital that day, so I'm sitting in the hospital still with all these wires, up to the heart monitor, and I'm watching the race on the computer. They're turning for home. She's 9-1. We have 500 to win, and she's on top.
And the blue lights go off because they think you're having a heart attack.
They come running in because I set off the monitor, and she got caught right at the wire. I just finished second.
Yeah, she ended up coming in second.
And they come running in, and they think I'm having a heart attack. And I had to explain to them. The nurses that day, all I can tell you is this is what I got after they reset the monitor.
Were they hot, though?
No, actually not.
That would have been that really cool.
Yeah, cool. But they looked at me, they looked at the computer, they looked back at the monitor, and they just went like this. I said, she was live.
It was 9-1. Real quick, because that reminds me of, there was the first guy I ever bet with, and he's passed away. It was Bookstore Eddie. He owned a bookstore, Leisure Book Mart. It was on Warren, right off of Greenfield. And I remember he had a heart attack, and he kind of took me under his wing, and we were really close. And I'll never forget, I went to the hospital to visit him, and I go in there, and he's hooked up. I mean, he's like in the 70s at this time, and he's laying in the bed. He has all these tubes, and I look, and there's this big-ass, I mean, this was, 15 years ago. He has this big-ass rotary phone next to him, and this piece of paper, and it's, he's ringing, he's making phone calls. He's in there booking at the freaking hotel. He's like 70 years old. He's on his deathbed, and he's taking bets for the freaking hospital room on his deathbed. I'm like, man. And at that point, I think that was one of the epiphanies that I love this lifestyle. What kind of dedication is that? The guy's taking bets.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys like stories like this and want to hear these kind of things, go into the comment section. We'll have, posts up in the forums, and at YouTube, you can do it in the comment section. Tell us you like this, because we want to bring you guys what you guys like. And if you guys, comment and talk about it, I've got 100 of them.
I got not as many as you, because you're triple my age. But, we spent a lot of time at pregame, brainstorming, and it'll save me a lot of time of having to be on the phone with RJ for 6 hours of us brainstorming, because we look at the forums. We look at what people email in, and to be honest, that's how a lot of pregame is molded, is user-generated feedback of saying, we want to see Spy, or we want videos on this, or we want the games graded. And if you look at from when we opened pregame till today, a lot of it is based off what the people want. So if this is stuff you guys like, let us know. We'll start pumping this stuff out as much as possible, because I love telling these old stories, talking about Bookstore Eddie, or the fog, fog racer, you on your deathbed calling me to put a nickel on a horse at 9-1. I mean, that's fun to me.
And when Johnny uses the word community, when we talk about the pregame forums and stuff, and the word community, you might as well say community, family, because it really is. I mean, this is, the forums were your baby. I mean, let's face it. And you love going in there, interacting. We all love doing it, but we don't want to waste time on stuff that nobody cares about. So if you like this stuff, let us know, and we'll bring it to you. Thanks for watching. Johnny, great having you in town.
No more heart attacks.
No more heart attacks.
Or if you do, at least have the horse win.
Yeah, we will. And hey, but one other tip. It's hard for somebody to turn you down when you propose to them when you're on your deathbed.
You ever have to second guess if that was the real reason?
No, you just made 2 jokes that's going to get you in hot water, dude. All right, thanks for watching,
Thanks
guys.
for watching.